Hey, what's up? My name's Eric. Welcome to the My Endurance Life Trail and Ultra Running video podcast. If you're new here, then this is going to seem completely normal to you and you're not going to realize anything changed. If you've been around My Endurance Life for any length of time, then you're going to see like a little shift in the content moving forward. I'm still going to do tons of training videos because I know that's why you guys are here, to become better trail and ultra runners. But I'm making a shift and I'm creating more of like a video podcast where not only do you get the training updates, a special guest, and tips and product reviews and stuff like that, but I'm also going to give more of an insight about what's working for me, what's going on with my endurance life on the back side that you don't see on the podcast or on YouTube. Mainly like the new spin we're taking with trail and ultra running with the My Endurance Life Trail and Ultra Running Mastermind. It's something new that I'm excited about. I'm seeing it like really just help people who don't necessarily want coaching, but still value tips and advice from professional coaches, professional athletes. You get access to me. I am a US Ultra Running Certified Coach. And then more than that, like the community of like-minded, goal-oriented, just super stellar people like you who take running seriously but want to go further and are just looking for that like little edge or that little piece of the puzzle that they just can't put together. That's what the mastermind is all about. So if you're interested in that, go to my website, click on join the team, and you'll become a My Endurance Life team member and you'll get invited to join the trail and ultra running mastermind right there. It's by far the best value out there as far as trail and ultra running like training goes. So without that, let's get into the episode. So like I said, I'm making this little shift about the content I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to give more of an inside look about my training because I'm a pretty average person. I'm like a lot of people who watch YouTube and listen to podcasts who are looking to get better at running. Shoot, I listen to podcasts. I watch YouTube to get better at my running. And the only difference that I see between like people who consider themselves like less than average or just not the best runner and to where I am and where I want to go is just the consistency. And so I train in a way that keeps me very consistent. I am a father, I'm a husband, very active in our church. I work a full-time job and I do this My Endurance Life training, ultra running coaching, and YouTube and everything else in our newsletter on the side in my free time, if you want to say that I have free time. But I do it because I love it, I enjoy it, I just love talking about running and talking to other runners and helping other runners like you just get better along their journey, because this ultra running thing is really, it's super fun, it's super challenging, but it's also like tricky trying to figure it out. I've learned and I've failed and I failed and I learned, and I think the value behind a community through like what I'm doing with My Endurance Life, with our Facebook group, by putting content out like this, through the mastermind and the coaching and the group coaching that I do, that there's just so much information out there that where do you go to like put it all together? And that's what I'm trying to do for you, is just compile it all to one easy place to find. So whether you're using my YouTube channel or you dig deeper and join the team and into the community, I just want to give you as much value as I can. So today's topic is a little bit personal, and I wanted to share about it because it's kind of like what led me into running and why I'm still here and why it is important to me and why I'm passionate about it. So I sent out an email today, and if you're a part of My Endurance Life, you got it, and I encourage you to read it. If you're a parent, this is going to like hit home to you. Maybe you've already gone through it, or maybe you aren't quite there yet, and it's just you might be wondering what this season that my wife and I are going through and how you might handle it when you get there. So let me back up, like, man, 14 years ago. I mean, it feels like just like yesterday. So 14 years ago, 2010, my wife and I run our first half marathon, and for us, this was something new. Like, neither one of us were runners. the only running I had done prior to that, like on purpose running, was for baseball and for like physical fitness testing in high school. And after we graduated high school, like neither one of us had run on purpose for, we never ran on purpose. We ran for fun with our kids and stuff like that, but like a mile, like no way, you kidding me? And then as far as like baseball, and it was just to stay in shape for baseball or a punishment for like showing up late to practice. So like running was never fun. But so 2010, our kids are young. My wife's trying to lose that last little bit of baby weight. My daughter's 4, my son's 2, and then just if you're a woman, like like just maybe it's hanging on, maybe it's not. Like me as a husband, I couldn't tell, but ladies, you can tell. Like you know your bodies and you see stuff that we don't. So I don't know if it's her idea or my idea, but we decided to train for her and run a half marathon, thinking that would be a great way for her to get back into shape, or the shape that she wanted to get in. And it sounded like a challenge, something I'd never done before, and I'm always up for challenges. I love pushing myself, and I consider myself, somewhat athletic, so I thought that this would be a fun time for us to get out together and just do something that we'd both never done before. So this was, unbeknownst to us, my daughter's first, and my son's, my daughter's first introduction to running. And if you've been around my daughter's life for any length of time, you know well that my daughter is, hands down, my favorite person to run with. She is the reason I run, and the reason like I fell in love with running. So I don't know if this just implanted it in her at a very young age or what, but she was 4, my son was 2. My wife and I each had our own jogging strollers. My wife's jogging stroller was pretty good. It was nice. It rolled really easy. We found it for $20 at a yard sale. It was an old broken down bob that was held together with rope. The tires were different sizes, so if I let go of the handle, it would turn left. So we were on a constant right-hand turn the whole time we were running. My daughter thought it was fun because the rope made it kind of bounce real rigidly, and when we hit cracks and all that stuff, she had a blast. But anyways, we would, every day I'd get home from work, and whatever the running schedule was, whether during our training, 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, as it increased, rain, nighttime, it didn't matter. Like we made sure, like we were consistent, we were committed. I saw this thing by Jesse Itzler that whatever goal you have, like right now, it becomes your lifestyle, and it becomes your lifestyle until you reach that goal. And he says, like, just accept it, that, and when you get that goal, your life can go back to regular, whatever that is. But for the time being, just accept it. This is what you signed up for. And we did. Like, this is what we signed up for. We committed to it, so we never missed a run. And like I said, raining, nighttime, like if it was raining, of course, I remember bundling our kids up so warm, like they were so cozy, putting clear plastic over and taping it and bungee cording it to the jogging stroller so they could still see out and go with us, because we didn't have like sitters or anything like that, so if we wanted to run, they had to go with us. But they had so much fun. Like I remember running at nighttime, and they'd have these flashlights, and they'd point the flashlights and blink them at cars as we were passing through crosswalks, so we wouldn't get ran over by cars. And just it was just a really neat moment to look back to, just 14 years ago. So fast forward about 8 years, I guess, and now she's 12 years old, and she's in middle school, and she comes home and says, like, I want to train and run for the LA Marathon. And we're like, cool, go for it. And so since then, like, my wife and I had ran off and on. We hadn't done another race since then, but we knew like running was good for us, and we wanted to stay in shape, and so we'd run together a little bit. At this time I was really busy coaching my son's baseball team, and my daughter, even though she is a natural runner, like you would never think that she's athletic, but she became an extremely good runner over the years as she did, and she just fell in love with it. Like we tried tons of sports with her, and they just never clicked. We tried dancing, volleyball, swimming, soccer, and just didn't click. But when she found running, she fell in love with it, and especially distance running, that she just really she likes pushing herself. She's a go-getter, and she loves rising to the challenge, and I think if people doubt her, it pushes her harder, and that just really inspired me. And I was like, sure, like, go do it. But like, there's this little technicality. So in 7th grade, she did it with the team through her school. In 8th grade, she wanted to sign up for it again, and this was the year I'm talking about. But through a technicality with the way the team was formed, she didn't make the team this year, and she was like devastated because now she like knew what a marathon took. She wanted to go for a time goal for her second time, and they weren't going to let her run with it. So we signed her up under my wife's name, because if you weren't associated with a school, you had to be 16. If you're an LA Marathon rep and you're watching this, like, I don't know, it was a couple years ago. It was 6 years ago now, so too bad. But we signed her up under my wife's name. So actually my wife has an official LA Marathon finish. And then I signed up, alongside with her. But we trained for her, ran together for 6 months. Every day we would run together after work. Same deal. Rain, shine, nighttime, hot, summer. Like, we started in September, the race was in March. And it was just, I don't know how many dads get to experience that much time alone together with their 12-year-old daughter. And it was something that I learned so much about her. I learned so much about me. And together, like, we saw our weaknesses in each other, and we knew when to pick each other up, and we knew when to motivate each other, and we knew when to, like, just be quiet and enjoy each other's company, and we knew when to talk and to laugh and to joke. And we still share that to this day. Even though, like, it's a older teenage relationship with her dad now, we still have that bond that just will never be broken. And if you're a runner, especially a trail and ultra runner, like, when it gets tough and you have that person that you can lean on, a pacer or a friend or just even somebody else out on the trail, that you pick each other up in those low moments, something's formed. Something's there that just, you really can't put words to it, but you can feel it, and you're forever connected. And that's what my daughter and I have, like, more than blood, more than just me being her dad. Just, we have that together. And through all the training races, all the long runs, even during the race, like, just how we used each other to achieve that goal. And since then, like, I've been able to since then, like, our relationship's been fantastic. And I really just hands down say that, it's God, but I say God gave us running for that, to help us create that relationship together. But since then, she's gone to run track and cross country in school, and just was an amazing track runner, running hurdles. And then now so the point of this, what I'm getting to is, her mom and I just on Tuesday dropped her off at college, and we had to say, like, goodbye, even though we're gonna see her again. Like, it's not goodbye forever. It's just, there's like this hole in our stomach that isn't filled yet. Like, it's just, something's missing. And especially, like, sitting down for dinner, and I'm sure, like, over the next couple of weeks, like, it'll become normal. But, like, right now, there's that empty spot at the dinner table. Her brother's been in a weird mood, for the past couple of weeks, just, like, I think preparing himself for not having her here. And it's just different. It's just really strange. And seeing, like, we're excited for her. We're, like, eager to see where she's going to be going in life, like, what God has planned for her, what He has, and just knowing, like, what she's learned through running, and if she can apply it through her young adult life, college, friends, as she aspires for her career and her profession. Like, it's just going to be this amazing journey, and we just can't look back. But oh, jeez. Did not expect this. So, if you're a parent and if you've gone through this, like, leave a comment how long it took for you to get used to it. If you did get used to it, how often they came home. Did you write to them? Did you text, call? Like, how that worked. If this is new to you and you're, like, going through this with me, like, hey, we're here together. Like, we love our kids, and are excited for them. We want to see them grow, but like we miss them dearly. And it's just been a couple days. Like, holy cow. Anyways, and if you're looking forward, like if you're not in the season yet, just I want to know, like, how do you think you're going to handle? Like, what plans do you have to stay in touch with your son or daughter as they move out or move on with their lives or go to college and stuff like that? But we did make a deal before she left, and we did get like a final run in, you know, the day before she left. We got our favorite like 5-mile run in, and we made a deal that every summer when she comes back home, that we're gonna find a race and do it together. And whether it's a half marathon or a trail run or an ultra, even if she's just coming to support me and pace me, because that's one of the awesome things that has happened through our running together. Like, not only was I able to like volunteer coach for her cross country and track team and run with them on their long runs and the weekends and stuff like that, but she also came out and was a pacer for me during one of my 100-mile races, and it was just like, I could not wait to get to mile 62 to pick her up and have her run with me. That was like one of the highlights of that race. I want that again. And now that she's been around the trail and ultra running community, she sees like how much fun it is, and just how the community and just trail and ultra runners are. Like, we're just a different breed, and the camaraderie, and we're out there for the experience, I say, more than the result. We're all probably type A. Like, we just want to overachieve and do more, and the medals and the belt buckles and all that, they're icing on the cake. But I really think we're there for the experience. And this is why I have my Endurance Life. This is why I started it, to inspire and to motivate and keep people just on track and consistent, because running opens so many doors. And I believe it unlocks different parts of you, mentally, spiritually, definitely physically, but it helps build this confidence in you just by staying the course and doing stuff that you really didn't think was possible. The awesome thing about ultra running is, like, I mean, when you sign up for a half marathon or a marathon, you know you're going to finish. 98% of all people who sign up for a marathon finish a marathon. When you sign up for an ultra, 50 mile, especially like 100K, 100 mile, you don't know if you're going to finish. You don't know what's going to happen. So just the fact that we're signing up for something that we don't know if we're going to finish speaks volumes to us. Because how many people do you know, if a marathon had the same results, that same stat, like, you might not finish, chances are half the people would sign up, because people like, I just think people like comfort, and it's comforting knowing that 98% of people finish a marathon. It's not that comforting knowing that, like, there's some ultras out there that only 50% or less finish sometimes. So again, thanks for watching this. It's like I said, I'm going to be doing more video podcasts like this, just letting you see what's going behind the scenes, what's going on with my personal My Endurance Life. I'm going to be doing training updates. I'm in the middle of a training block right now for my next race, which is the Stagecoach 100. So the next video might be just a training update on that, how I've been coming back from a knee injury and only left me 12 weeks to get ready for this race. And I'll let you know how I kept my fitness pretty good during, like, I didn't run for 9 weeks while my knee was hurt, and then that left me 12 weeks to build for this, and I'm feeling super pumped, super getting like where I want to be. So that's where I'll be going with the next video. So make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Please check out my website, myendurancelife.com. Check out the Mastermind. I have free training guides on there, or the Facebook group. Just want to give you as much as I can, so you get out there, go after it. I'm stoked on you. Thanks for watching this, and I'll be seeing you on the next episode.